to this machine called Google. I'm here with Ranting Monkey. What's up, man? How are you?
I am good, dude. I got my motherboard today, so my computer's back up to proper working order. So I'm a happy man.
There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone loves having a good working computer. I know I do. I hate when my shit breaks. I'm like, Best Buy, here I come.
I went to update my. I put in a new processor. I went from an i3 to an i5, and for some reason, when I did that, one of my sticks of RAM wouldn't work anymore. And the RAM was fine because I could switch them both into the one socket, but I couldn't run them together, so I couldn't play anything. It was hard. I'm better now though.
Well, yeah, you said you had like 4 gigs of RAM, right? Like that's what you were trying to run, or
that's what I was running off of. Yeah.
That's low. That's low RAM. That's low IQ RAM. That's what you've got right there, Ranting Monkey. Low IQ RAM.
Well played. Well played.
But okay, so I want to have this discussion about or like a chat about the situation involving fair use and DMCAs, because there's been some controversy this morning, right? There's been some fun controversy to see going around and stuff. And what Ralph wants to come in? Is this really Ralph, or is this someone else saying that they're Ralph? Oh no, it's really Ralph. He wants to come in. Give me a minute, man. We'll see. So I want to kind of address the whole thing. So for those of you guys who don't know, I did DMCA video. It's on Anonymous Cog's channel, where he ripped off about 13 minutes 28 seconds of a stream I did about Kilroy, where I spoke with Mr. Mediker. Mm-hmm. And I took it down because there's in no way does that prove it's fair use, even though he very much tried to say that it was fair use in the title.
Yeah, in the title he put it's fair use.
I know. I saw that, and I couldn't help but chuckle when I first saw it, and I was just kind of I caught it, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I'm like, when did he become Kronos or American Pride or something?
I don't want to mention who, but somebody said to me, that's like walking into Walmart and saying, I'm going to steal this, and thinking that makes it okay.
Yeah, and it's one of those weird things.
You announce it.
An interesting discussion surrounding this, and a lot of it is whether or not I was in my right to do so, and the truth of the matter is I was well within my right to do so.
Yes, absolutely.
And this isn't the first time I've done that. It actually isn't the first time I've struck down that video, believe it or not. It got mirrored from a couple other people trying to mirror it as well, as these things tend to do. So I end up usually striking those things down to draw attention back to the original video, because that is, of course, where things are at. And there's been an excuse that I heard surrounding this, where apparently I had privated the stream, and then I was called out for privating it once it was over. What happened was I was in a hurry to get to the after party for the first night of Kilroy, and I had very limited time to get back over to where everyone was meeting, and I closed out the Google Hangout without ending the stream. And then about a minute or so later, I got a DM from Mediker saying, hey, this thing is still up. And I'm all like, oh shit, okay, cool. Well, then I'll go and I'll private it real quick, wait for it to end, and then I re-up, and then I published it right away. Or I think maybe 20-30 minutes later, just to be on the safe side, I just hit publish. So that's all it was. It was just technical error trying to get that thing back up, and it's up there. It's perfectly fine. So please get AIDS says, I don't like people archiving my shit. There's a difference between archiving something that someone has given you permission to archive, or just wholeheartedly ripping something because you want to rip it. Those two are not the same thing at all.
We need to discuss archiving real quick. The stuff like what's his name? Kronos? Is that his name? Yeah. What he does, he's been given permission to do most of that. Like he takes clips from Kumite and that. And if Tonka's fine with that, that's great. That's awesome. But that does not mean you can do that to anybody whenever you want to. The archive is not a defense for fair use. It's not.
No, it's really not. And that's, again, what I kind of want to reiterate here. This is not like, people I've seen lots of comments today. People say stuff like, oh, you're just upset that he was being mean. I'm like, no, he didn't say anything.
He didn't say a word.
That's the whole point. Like that's the issue here. Fair use generally boils down to the concept of critique, commentary, criticism, or education. There are 4 pillars of it. They could be, that's my understanding. YouTube has other understandings, which I'll bring that up here in a minute. We can look at that. And that's the whole point, is there is no critique or commentary. And this is one of those situations where just cutting out something from a stream and uploading it And then that's not how this sort of thing works. You know, Kronos, yeah, they have a deal with the Kumite, with Worski to post those clips. And to be fair, that's a good idea. It's a solid idea, because those, you know, they run for 4, 5, 6 hours sometimes. And it's like, who the fuck has time to slog through all of that content? Ralph here says he's used clips from it in a comedy mashup. That's fine, Ralph, dude, that's totally fine. I saw that you did a video. That's totally fine, because it was part of what you were doing. It was part of some, you know, you were parodying it, you were satirizing it, you were doing something transformative, right? Like, the best way to describe the situation, if someone's going to argue that what he did was transformative, which it wasn't by raising the audio pitch, it's like the DSP argument of transformative work here. You know, is doing the bare minimum of something that isn't even really the bare minimum. So no, Ralph. Oh, Ralph and I actually agree on something. Please, everyone, stop the presses. April 27th, 2018. Ralph and I fucking agree on something. Holy shit, I'm impressed, sir.
And Ralph just said, I still think you should squash it now.
No, and I don't think this thing. Here's the thing. I am totally on board with squashing it now. I am totally on board. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I'm not looking to harm him. I'm not looking to strike his channel, to wound him. It's more proving a point. It's just proving a point. And so, like, I'm willing to talk to him and everything else. I'm not against that. But again, this was one of those situations where it's kind of like, you know, there's that. I saw the argument from Irate Bear, like, why didn't you just do common courtesy and let him know? And I'm like, well, was it common courtesy to steal my shit?
Exactly. That was I asked him that. I said, why didn't Cog ask before you used it? That would be common courtesy. If I was going to if I wanted to use one of your clips, even if I wanted to use a huge clip of yours edited, I would probably reach out to you depending on the size of it. If I'm just responding to you, that's different. But
no, it's totally different. That's totally fucking different. You've responded to me in the past.
I have multiple times. And you know what? I didn't get struck it off for it, guys.
No, exactly. Because here's the thing. It's like, okay, let me put it to you guys like this. How many sit there right now, go on YouTube right now, type in mundane Matt crying in the search bar. Do it. You'll see a lot of different results, right? A lot of results. Those videos are still there.
The reason I'm here, real quick, is because fair use has a meaning, and it needs to. And as a community, that to me is far more important than somebody getting struck down when they deserve to. There's so many times we see false DMCAs, and those are the ones worth fighting. Those are the ones, you know, hey, this is wrong, that they didn't deserve that. When a case comes along, when somebody actually is breaking DMCA rules, it needs to be called out, period, because it's theft. And I was talking with somebody, and they go, so, oh, you wouldn't do it if I did that to you. I'm like, well, you're my friend. That's a little bit different. If you kept doing it, I absolutely would, because it's not just never strike stuff down, guys. It's don't falsely strike shit down.
Yeah, like, that's the thing is, you know, I've had to strike down videos multiple times over the years, and like a lot of times recently, it's been people who literally just download my video, slap on their own watermark. I'm not even kidding you, like Patreon link ad in the beginning and everything. Right. And then they re-upload it on their channel. And it's not just me. They'll do this to like hundreds of different people. And it's all trying to game the system. So I do strike down a fair amount of content because that is theft.
I had my whole channel stolen.
Really?
Somebody took all of my videos, re-uploaded them. They even took my channel art. They named it Ranting Monkey and everything. I was like, wow. Yeah. Yeah. So I understand. Yeah. I've had to do it.
I love this here from Mr. Stevanovsky. You strike people because you can, not because it causes any damage. You are filth. No, there's a difference. You have to protect your copyright for one. And why would you sit there and be okay with it being spread every other way, every other place out there? That doesn't work. That's the thing is there's this weird, like, there's this weird idea when it comes to YouTube sometimes about the concept of fair use. A lot of people out there think that it's completely just, it's open. Everything is open. And to an extent it is, provided you fall under those few pillars there. Yep. If Cog would have sat there and taken the video and like broken down my arguments, or just sat there for 5 minutes and been like, he's a fucking fat cuck over and over and over again, it would have been a totally different fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like that's a totally different thing. That might be that falls under the line of transformative work here. So this is proof of point, guys. You guys have to understand that doing this is something that does need to be addressed, and it does need to be looked at, because it does ultimately benefit everyone. I'm not against removing the DMCA. I am totally not against it at all. You know, I find it funny that one of his tweets to me said something on lines of, "I'll give you the $20 the video earned," which only just, if anything, adds insult to injury on his own argument.
Mm-hmm.
You know, oh, it's a fair use archive, but I made more money than your video made. Like, how does that even work?
Somebody asked Matt, who is this, Mr. Stevansky? Matt, no, that's not the one I was reading. Where is it? Yeah. Oh, it's the same guy. Matt, a few seconds of your video hurts what? It wasn't a few seconds.
It was 13 minutes and 28 seconds of an hour-long live stream. That is, that's not like, oh, a couple seconds here. You know, like, okay, so a few months ago, I had to DMCA a 28-second clip from my movie that someone had uploaded to YouTube. Well, it's not someone, I know who he is. Uploaded it to YouTube and titled it "Mundane Matt Kill Someone." And I did a video explaining why I did this. And I asked him repeatedly, you know, pull it down, add commentary, put it back up. It's fine. And he refused time and time again to do it. And I said, okay, fine, fuck it. I just did it. And then he still to this day runs around like, he just DMCA'd my video. And I'm like, no, you uploaded the climax of my movie, right? And then titled it "Mundane Matt Kill Someone." This movie was made 2 years before Mundane Matt was even a thing. And so it's not in the right context. It wouldn't fall under fair use. And that was the argument. And so it's like, I find it interesting trying to argue the protection of these things.
Again, to me, the importance here is that fair use does have a real meaning. And that's what I believe needs protected. I really do.
Yeah. I love the people that are like, I get it. People are trying to say this is a bad move. This is a bad play. It's not. It's really not, because the idea here of arguing for people taking proper steps in order to fall under the guise of fair use. Look at the Aquila Hughes lawsuit on Sargon of Akkad, right? Like, Sargon is likely to win in European court. He's likely to win because of the way that the thing plays out. Yeah, the thing is, why would I warn COG? He didn't warn me before taking it. I don't understand how that's an even argument at this point.
That is the silliest argument that I've run into so many times today. He should have talked to COG. COG didn't talk to you.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you're talking about, you know, being respectful to creators, the respectful thing for COG to have done would have been to reach out to you. Hey, man, do you mind if I do this?
Stop victim blaming. I can't tell. There's no comma there. So I can't tell if it's stop victim blaming Matt, like don't do it, or stop victim blaming Matt. I don't know the context of that, Captain Mayhem. So I don't like COG is the only reason why I didn't. I don't really know who he is. I know he kind of runs with some people that don't like me. I don't know whoever YouTuber is. I don't care. You know, like, that's the whole point. Is like, I don't necessarily care. One of the reasons, you know, like I said, go and Google, like, look up the Mundane Matt crying and stuff, and you'll find tons of videos of people that are mocking me getting the silver play button. That's fine. No, Ralph, I could have sent a warning, but I didn't, and I don't have to. He knows now. And here's the thing: it took like 4 days for it to go through. I thought that was kind of interesting. So yeah, I'm totally no, I'll take it. I will take it back. But I got no problem. I'll talk to COG about it, obviously, and we'll come to some kind of arrangement over the issue. So that's basically about it. But I do feel the subject needs to be talked about, because so many times people just kind of run rampant with it and don't realize that they could be violating the law.
Mm-hmm. And if you just commented, I mean, it's what we do. It's what COG does. COG makes the same response kind of videos that I do. So I know he knows how to do it. It was just throwing it up there. And to the people, oh, you archived it because Matt took it down. That, again, not fair use.
And again, if anything, it was down for just 20 minutes while it ended the stream and then processed, and then I posted it again.
Yeah.
All because I had closed it out before ending the call. So it didn't have to, I didn't know if it was screwed up or not. And I just held it that way because I was like on my phone trying to run out the door to go meet up with everybody. So it's just a technical error. It wasn't anything that was malicious or anything else. So that's one thing people need to consider as well. And that's
well, I don't get how that is even an argument though. If somebody if you take down your own video, that's your business. Re-uploading it without comment, without critique is not fair use. It's just not. Just because you want to see something that got taken down doesn't mean you have a right to.
Yeah, I I love this. People will treat you the way you treat them. So I should just take Cog's content, re-upload it whole cloth, up the, or just up the audio pitch a little bit, and then call it a day. Is that?
Well, he did also flip the screen around every now and then.
Oh, well then.
So you'd have to do that too.
Well, no, Ralph, ask Jim. He DM'd me that it was still active. That's how only way I figured it out. But sorry, Ranty Monkey, go ahead.
I'd say that's actually someone I first watched it, because I saw his before I saw yours. That's how I even knew to go look for yours. It was annoying to me because the closet kept moving sides of the room. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And then I realized, oh, never mind.
Yeah. That was I didn't realize that it was a reversed image. But again, that has no bearing on the impact of the content. Like, hold on, I flipped it around. Oh, it's no, transformative. No, that's not how that works.
You can't take Star Wars, reverse the angle, and just call it yours.
No. Although you could take episode 8, played in reverse, and then Luke's alive at the end.
It'd be a better movie.
Like, okay, but there's another thing too. It's pretty funny. I noticed that in Cog's video, he didn't even actually link back to mine. Not a mitigating factor, but just something that I noticed. There was no link back to my original content, which, I thought was very fascinating. Looking over here on YouTube's copyright fair use myths, they say, number one, if I give credit to the copyright owner, is my use automatically fair use? No. And they say transformativeness is usually a key in fair use analysis. Giving credit to the owner of copyrighted work won't by itself turn a non-transformative copy of their material into fair use. Phrases like such all rights go to the author and I do not own do not automatically mean you are making fair use of the material, nor do they mean you have the copyright owner's permission. There we go on that one. Just labeling it fair use is the same thing as saying all rights to the author or I do not own. It doesn't give you rights to my content, and especially to slap on a pre-roll, a post-roll, and a mid-roll. So that's pretty funny.
Yeah. So to me, the false DMCAs are a completely different issue than happened here, guys. This was a valid one. And if you want to unstrike it, I understand that too. I do. I don't hate Cog. Me and him have actually worked together before, and we've streamed together a few times. But watching the reaction to this, he fucked up. He did, and it is what it is.
No, it is what it is. It's just, to me, it's very interesting that's the case. There's another question here. Someone's like, oh, did you ask Jim if you could DMCA something he half owns? Well, see, that's a different factor entirely. I was running a stream. Jim came on willingly. That doesn't apply to that. He at that point was a willing participant in something that I already had. So there's that. Like, it's not going to apply the same way. So there are mitigating factors here, I guess. I just find the response online to be very interesting because a lot of people I don't think they understand necessarily the idea of transformative work. We hear this a lot. We hear the terms a lot, but like, Monkey, you do response videos, sure. And you will use content and you will pull from that content. You won't show like everything in its entirety and then go from there. I mean, a lot of movie reviewer YouTubers will do this with like reaction videos. And in many cases, the studios are totally cool with it. But like people like Universal, oh, fuck, it doesn't even matter. It's gone. You know what I mean? Like you own nothing of that. They will see you guys in court.
I forget what movie it was. Scribelight did a response to some movie trailer that had come out. And he did it the same way as any other. And yeah, he got struck down like immediately by the company. And he could have fought it. He would have won if he had pushed it that far because it was clearly critique.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that shit happens all the time. And that's the stuff that bothers me. That's the stuff we should be fighting. In this case, like I said.
Okay. Well, someone asked a question here. Didn't Zoe Quinn do this to you? The answer to that is no. In the case of Zoe Quinn, I used a still image from the game Depression Quest while talking about the Zoe post, which did have a lot to do with Depression Quest. Therefore, it falls under, because everything I had said was my own commentary. That's how that played out. So no, that's not the same thing at all, because it's not just a re-upload.
Yeah, I've been hit a couple of times with DMCA's. Won them all. They've always backed down, but yeah, you get hit with those a lot. It's
someone asks, will I get JF on now? No. He's got me blocked on Twitter because I told him his ethno state has failed as his YouTube career. So
I don't even like using long clips when I'm responding. There's certain times where you have to, like the person talking, their point will take like a minute and a half. I don't like using a clip that long, so I'll try to find a way to even break that up. I'm still within my rights if I posted the whole thing, but I just don't like to do it because who the fuck is? Sorry, man.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. It's middle of the day. You know how it is. Nothing ever works the way you want it to. So let's you know what, let's have a little bit of interesting fun here. We'll Ralph asked to come in. He wants to have a say. I want to see what Ralph has to say on this one, believe it or not. Let me just find the link and I'll send it over to him. But ultimately, no, it's a fascinating concept, because with what we do in this space, a lot of what we do does need us to be up to date on what exactly is fair use, right? Mm-hmm. It does need to be up to date on how to navigate this system, because as YouTube further has these content ID bots that scroll through everything. I mean, how many times have you posted something and it, like, you know, it gets flagged for whatever reason? Like, how the fuck did that even happen? Yeah. Right? Like there are so many things in this platform that are violations of copyright. I've had videos flagged by people who don't have anything to do with the content. They'll just content ID it, and then it's like, you got to fight it. So it's very interesting, you know, and the thing is, like, these kind of things need to be done, I think, to respond, to show you that there are consequences to the actions. Oh, okay. Oh, well, oh, King of Pole's here too. Oh, Brian, how are you, buddy? How's it going? You doing good? You doing well? Anyway, I sent the link off to Ralph. We'll see if he comes on in.
Cool.
Because it's again, these are interesting things. But looking through the YouTube thing here, there's another myth here, talking about, if I could find my Firefox font link, if I post a disclaimer on the video, is it still considered fair use? And they say, as we noted above, there are no magic words that will do this for you. Posting the 4 factors of fair use in your video, or including the phrase "no infringement intended," won't automatically protect you from a claim of copyright infringement. And again, that's just, you know, like it's good to have, probably, but at the same time, it's kind of like, you know, an umbrella in a hurricane. It's not going to do much.
Yeah, and the copyright, so many people put that. I have one in my description of every video that is legally meaningless. It doesn't mean a fucking thing. It's more of a warrant or a notice to anybody who's looking, who might be wondering. You can't go to court and go, I put a notice up. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's a few other things here. This next one's interesting because it kind of applies to this particular situation. Myth 3, entertainment or nonprofit uses are automatically fair use. Because, you know, that was the whole thing too. People say, oh, but what if he didn't put ads on the video? Would you have struck it down? Well, yes, I would, because it doesn't matter anything. It says courts will look carefully at the purpose of your use in evaluating whether it's fair, but the 3 remaining factors need to also be considered. Declaring your upload to be for entertainment purposes only, for example, is unlikely to tip the scales in the fair use balancing test. Similarly, nonprofit uses are favored in the fair use analysis, but are not an automatic defense by itself. So the fact that he couldn't argue that he had no ads on there because he was running a pre-roll, a post-roll, and a mid-roll ad. So that argument would go out the window. And I've seen some people say that too. Also, hey mods, look, if people are just being salty in the chat, let them be salty in the chat. Don't fucking ban them or mute them or whatever, you know, because they're being shitty. Just let them be shitty. You know, keep it cool if they're going, like, you know, doxing or shit like that, but whatever. So
yeah, if they're just insulting me, let them have fun. I don't
know. They're more or less coming after me, but it's, again, just let them.
Well, I saw one up a little further. There've been a couple. Okay. I'm enjoying them. You guys are awesome.
So there's that. But anyway, let's take a look here at okay. So let's talk about the 4 factors of fair use. because again, this is what YouTube posts, and this is what was it says, okay, in the United States, fair use is determined by a judge who analyzes how each of the 4 factors of fair use applies to a specific case. Step 1, or number 1, the purpose and character of the use, including whether such use is of commercial nature or is nonprofit educational purposes. Well, considering that he put ads on it, it would be considered for commercial nature. And you can't say that it was educational because there was nothing about it that was in fact educational, in regards to, I guess, how he presented it. Whether you want to look at my conversation with Medicare as being educational, that's entirely up to you, but I don't think a judge would even remotely see that. Okay, hold on. And okay, so then number 2 is the nature of the copyrighted work. Using material from primarily factual works is more likely to be fair than using purely fictional works, that's true. That's pretty accurate. You want to clearly, use true stuff here. So that would, I don't know if I think that would apply, but number 3 is the amount and sustainability of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole. See, here's where we kind of get into the meat of it here. Borrowing small bits of material from an original work is more likely to be considered fair use than borrowing large portions. However, even taking small may weigh against fair use in some situations of it, if it constitutes the heart of the work. So,
well, this is something a lot of people get wrong about fair use. They have this notion like you can use 30 seconds of whatever you want. That's not true.
When I was in film school, we'd heard that we were told that it was like 15 seconds. Right. Like and then that was what we were told, like in our first year. And then later on, it was kind of corrected by like, no, that's not the case.
That is not true at all.
That is not true. But I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, no, that's all I was pointing out.
It's
not a time thing. I mean, if you take, and this would be an extreme example, you'd have to do something very, very transformative here. But if you took a 20-minute chunk of something and then responded to it in some way that the court would see as, yeah, that's fair use, you could still do that because it's not about the time. What they're saying there is the less of it you use, the more likely the court is going to be on your side about it, though. And that's true. I mean, because that's life.
Yeah, these things are, I feel like they're like maybe it's just because I've been working in the entertainment side of things now for the last 12 plus years. So for me, this kind of stuff feels like common knowledge. There are so many things like I don't like to just respond to videos anymore because of this kind of thing, even though I'm probably in the right within fair use because of the situation involving like H3, even though they won. And that does set a legal precedent for what went down or for what could go down. So like, your videos responding to somebody are now actually probably better legally protected now as a result of that particular case. This again is not that at all. Like, I just want to reiterate that for anyone watching. This was not that. This was, borrowed a large portion. So 13 minutes of an hour-long stream. I don't know what the percentage of that is, but it's no, that's like 20%.
And even with that, again, it was the entirety of his video. That's the important part there. He didn't add anything to it. And I was under the assumption that at least most of us who've made this kind of content knew this stuff.
Well, I mean, it may be that people, they look at certain things and they think, oh, I can get away with that too, or that no one's going to step up and say anything, or no one's going to fight back, and no one's going to stop it. There's a big part of that one. Okay. So let me just reiterate this because it keeps popping up in chat. I don't know Cog. I know of him. I don't know him. I've never watched one of his videos. I legitimately have no beef or ill will towards this guy. I just simply made a move to protect my content. And that's that. That is quite literally the brunt of it. This isn't like going after, oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Brian, I did not flag Tonka's channel, nor did I flag Godwinson's video. I believe my point earlier about the Mundane Matt crying content still being up pretty much validates my argument. Wouldn't you say, Monkey?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know who took down Godwinson's stuff. No, here's the thing. Opinions heard. I'll talk to Cog right now. If he wants to come on in, tell him to message me. And I'll message him back the link to come on in. So, if he wants to come in, I'll send him a link. We can have a conversation right now. But no, I didn't flag anyone's shit. I don't do it unnecessarily. Tonka's video is Tonka's video, right? Like, I don't know what caused it. I don't watch the Kumite. I don't know. Godwinson made a video. It was called I Hate Mundane Matt. It was taken down for hate speech. I had nothing to do with that. So, Brian, I have no desire to talk to Tonka. But I would be willing to talk to you about if you've brushed up on your Holocaust numbers over the course of the past 4 years. How those doing? Those doing pretty good. Those still low. They still low by your count. Is that how things are? So how's Kiwi Farms going for you these days? Still got that cease and desist there, buddy? Yeah, fuck off.
Hey, dude, I will be back in just a moment.
Sure, I'll be here. I'll talk to the chat. No, don't delete poll. You don't have to. Brian's harmless. Brian is just a loudmouth. He's been a loudmouth for 4 years. Just ask him about double ham. So no, I didn't. I don't flag videos that are critical of me. This wasn't critical. This was a totally different situation. But I didn't flag those videos. I have no desire to. So I sent Ralph a link. I'm waiting for Cog if he wants to come in. We'll talk. We'll have a conversation. I'm willing to talk. I will talk to him. Let's see here. Okay. You know what? Oh, there we go. Oh, he follows me. Okay. There we go. I'm sending him the Hangout link right now if he wants to come in. We'll talk. Same with Ralph. So if people want to come in, I'll talk to him. So oh man. Don't watch David Hogg's channel. He's an actor. That's kind of off topic, but okay. Okay. Oh, split heads. It's okay, man. You can be angry. It's all right. Did I hear about Sinatra says editing Wikipedia to bolster Holocaust denial? Man, I saw a video about that. I don't know. That's way out of my purview here, guys. That's a lot of like, if people are editing Wikipedia in order to like edit the Holocaust numbers, that's interesting. How would you know that he did it anyway? How would that happen? How would you even know? I have no idea. No. Hey, DGJ, look, I'll talk to him. No, I don't know if it was confirmed that Sinatra did that. I have no idea if he did that at all. That's the thing. I got no fucking idea. So if people are editing Wikipedia for that shit, that's fucking lame. But I don't know for certain if anyone is. Again, I stay out of most of this shit. I only talk about the shit relevant to me. You know, I don't even really know everything that went down last night. I caught a little bit of it today, and that's been about it.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No, that's cool, man. It's cool. Just someone was saying talking about like some Wikipedia changing.
Wikipedia's changing?
Yeah, I don't know. Something about that shit. Jesus. Fucking people are I'm trying to read the chats. And now we're just waiting. I put the link out to Cog. Waiting to see if he comes in. Was Kilroy really that bad that you gotta take it on other people? No, Cuddles. Kilroy was actually a lot of fun. It was a good experience. It definitely went well for everyone who was there. We wished more people would have shown up, obviously, but there's, from what I heard, the final count of people who attended was 126 people, which is not bad actually for a first time. There were clearly some problems with the where the place was on in the venue. Okay. Imagine like Ewok Village, Monkey. That's kind of what this place feels like, right? What this resort, Arizona Grand, felt like. You've got your different pods, your different different buildings, and they're all connected through like different bridges and shit. And it's really hard to navigate. So I don't know. Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, man?
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
What's going on?
I'm doing all right, man. How you doing? I see that you're in the DMCA storm here.
No, it's all good, dude. It's all good. I kind of expected this to happen when I filed it, so it's all right. Like, I'm willing. I sent the link out to Cog too. So.
Okay. Oh, so he's about to come on too then?
I don't know. I sent a link to him and whatever. So if he comes on, he comes on. Like I said, I'm willing to talk about the whole issue. But I think you and I kind of agree on the tenets of fair use. Yeah.
So obviously I've been a pretty big critic of yours. I kind of think some of the things you said about especially my wife, I guess, while I was gone on my vacation was kind of fucked up.
I don't remember ever criticizing Nora. I tried to keep her out of it. If I said shit, dude, I actually apologize. Like here's the thing, just to be on the fair side, Ralph and I do not like each other. We haven't for a long time. Yeah. So I think that's a fair statement to make. But no, I've never really had anything against Nora. I
mean, although to be honest, a lot of times, other than that, I mean, that kind of legit pissed me off. But most of the time, I'm kind of just fucking with you. You know what I mean?
No, well, that's fine, man. That's fine. I wasn't like Nora. I got nothing against Nora. So.
Oh, yeah, all right.
I don't know anything about her.
I mean, I'll accept the apology on that. I mean,
okay. If I did, man, I'm sorry. Like, I know that situation. Like, I know that got a little bit heated while you were gone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole thing in general was pretty fucking crazy. So
no, I don't doubt one fucking bit, man.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Yeah, I'll accept that, man. But yeah, as far as the fair use thing, I mean, I guess he did switch the image a little bit and change the audio, but I did. When I saw it, I was like, this. I don't really know that this flaws is fair use. And I like Cog, by the way. I'm not slamming him at all. I do think, and here he is. There's a way you could have maybe reached out to him.
Oh no, he wasn't. Then he left.
I do think there's you could have, you've talked about this already, but you could have like sent him a message or something. I understand the other argument too that he didn't.
I could have.
Number 2.
Yeah.
So.
So I definitely understand both those arguments.
How's it going, Cog?
Yeah, not too bad.
So yeah, let's figure this motherfucker out, okay? I'm totally willing to come to the center here and figure this thing out. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming, okay, so I haven't had a copyright strike in quite some time. What exactly is the damage to your channel right now?
Oh no, it's fine now. I'm okay. I don't really know what it's done to me. Everything's enabled, so no idea.
Oh, okay, so it's like no loss.
Just if I get 2 more within the next 3 months, my channel's fucked.
Sure, I get that. And just to be clear, I don't want that. Like I've been getting accused of that all fucking day so far. I don't want that. I don't want you to lose out on whatever. I just didn't like having my shit taken.
So why's my video been hit? I mean, there's a load of these archives.
No, I've actually hit a few of them. Yours took like 4 days. But I've hit a couple other in the same time.
Can you let me know in those 4 days to take it down? I know I should have come. I know full well I should have come to. I can totally take on board. I should have come to you and said, "Can I use this?" In all honesty, I just thought I'm taking a clip. I'd edited it as well from my point of view. I uploaded it as a fair use. That's what it was supposed to be. Your conversation in context.
No, sure. Well, the conversation in context would have probably been the
archives. Yeah.
Because the entire stream was about Kilroy and people were talking about the
it didn't matter. I just wanted you and him. I just wanted you and Matt to have a conversation.
That's
the archive. It's a short version archive.
Sure, but I probably also would have told you no.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Because that's I would have that's the whole thing. I mean, if I'm gonna get shit on as much as I got shit on for going to fucking Kilroy, god damn it, that thing's staying on my channel. It's totally fine with me. But no. It's the thing is looking at the fair use laws. I mean, like even though you flip it and you change the audio, that doesn't apply. The context be damned. Because you didn't add any commentary, which is really my point. If you would have sat there and been commented on it or something like that, I would never have done this. But just treating it like it's an American Pride or Kronos channel video, that doesn't fly with me.
Right.
But
it's the same.
I
average, if anything, I usually average around about the same views that they do. That video went crazy, probably because it had Medica's picture.
It's Medicare, yeah. It's Medicare.
Yeah, no, you probably should put that in your thumbnail too, or something. But like I say, I worded my title correctly and stuff like that. That's kind of what you do. But I didn't expect it to blow up like it did. Sorry that it did. Sorry that people have seen mine before they've seen fucking yours. But that shit just happens. But hey, you come to mine first. Obviously, there's other channels that you're on the way to go for. Hey, fucking yeah.
No, it's the first one I saw, but then others.
Do you have an issue with archive? You really seem to have an issue with archives. I don't get this.
Because archives
you've just been to a free speech conference.
Not archives.
Matt, you've just been to a free. Matt, you've just been to a free speech conference.
Yeah, exactly.
An archive is not free.
My speech that you
why is it wrong? Why is it wrong just to upload an archive? I don't understand this.
Because you're uploading somebody else's content without anything different.
Right, okay, so am I allowed to do that if I don't monetize on it? Am I not?
No, it has nothing to do with the monetization.
Right.
It's not about the money. The money, don't get me wrong. Like when I looked and saw that you were running the ads, I will fully admit I chuckled to myself about it. Right. But at the same,
I've still got the video. I can make a very, very fair use version of it. I really have no issue with that.
If you want to make it fair, like the thing is, you uploaded a conversation between me and somebody else that was handled on my channel, on my stream, without.
That's cool. I'll do it again, but I'll be doing it this time, but with more fair use involved in it.
Cool. So that's all I ask, man. That's all I ask.
That's cool. No worries. I'll make it transformative.
More than what you did here, clearly.
No, fair enough. Yeah, no issues with that. Okay, I can see my mistakes here, man. What's your issue with sending one tweet today? Just to say no, I'm not going to take it down. All I'm asking you to do is just say that either way.
No, I said I'm not against taking it down. I'm not against removing the strike. I wanted it, we're talking about it. So
are you going to be removing the strike?
That depends. Are you going to apologize for stealing my shit?
Go down? I'll send you $20 for what.
I don't want $20, dude. I just want you to say I'm sorry for stealing your shit. That's it. That's legitimately it. I just want, and I'm sorry.
No, dude. I'm sorry for not coming to you first and asking if I can make an archive.
Well, I would have told you no, but I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. That seems like even though you don't fucking mean it, that sounds fair enough, man. That's it. Because here's the thing: we all work.
Cool. I'll learn in future. I'll go to everyone. Like, a lot of people I know aren't quite as delicate as you are, but it's all right. I'll go to.
It's not about delicate nature, motherfucker.
You know, it is. It really is. I think it is. I think it is, Matt. No, it's cool. I think it is.
You took a video that you didn't make.
It's cool, Matt. It's cool. I'm okay right now. It's fine.
Re-uploaded it.
Yeah, a couple I edited. I know, but I've legitimately gone through that and edited it, and you couldn't even come to me and go like, "Look, I see you've tried to make a fair use version of this. It's not fair use. I am going to strike your channel, or you've got 2 days to remove it. Can you not just nothing like?"
I'll tell you. Lessons learned on both fronts. Next time, I'll send you a message. How about that?
I'd appreciate it. Yeah,
sure, that's fine. Cool. But the thing is, like you still did it. You still. I don't want that to be overlooked here. And
it's cool. Yeah, I know. And Monkey, you're wrong, by the way. Do you not remember? Oh, I've never done archives before. Look through my fucking history. Kind of wrong on that, aren't you?
When did I say you never did archive?
You said you fucking said today. Oh, it's the only video I was done with an archive. No. I've done other ones. I did it on the whole Bates Alaska thing as well. While other people were being flagged, and I decided to make it ridiculously fair use. I suppose with his ones, I actually also rotated it to an extent. But I can do further with yours because obviously I'm going to have to.
And in that one, did you put its fair use? Wait. In that one, did you put its fair use in the title?
What?
In that one, did you feel the need to put its fair use in the title?
It was just an archive.
Why did you feel the need on this one, but you didn't on that one?
In fact, did I not call it a fair use archive? I wouldn't be. Yeah, Kronos fair use archive. Yeah, I did. I uploaded it as that because Kronos is an archive.
Can I ask something?
All of my titles say Kronos fair use archive. Yeah, they do.
Let me ask you
because that was the whole point. They're a fair use archive. I'm pretty sure it says it in the description as well, Monkey. Go and have a look.
Hey, let me ask you something. Yeah. So did you uploading it have something to do with, I mean, and I said this publicly too, it looked like at first that Matt was trying to like hide the stream. And I know he says he wasn't and everything. I'll take that. But at first it definitely looked like he took it down on purpose or whatever. Did that have anything to do with you?
No, honestly, it didn't. I just saw the conversation. I thought that was a brilliant conversation. I'd like to archive that. I want to try and make it fair use. I thought by doing what I did, I had done that. Obviously, I didn't, but I can do more to improve that. That's fine.
I mean, you did make edits. If you wanted to challenge it, you could. Like that's what I said on Twitter. Like, you
no, it's fine. I know I made edits, but it's not. I'm not going to try it because
the way it works is Destiny filed a DMCA against me like 3 weeks ago for a clip out of his stream where he talks about being investigated by the FBI over child porn, and he filed a DMCA on my backup channel and got me a copyright strike, and I challenged it, and they gave him 10 business days to basically start some kind of court proceeding and provide proof that he did so to YouTube, and he didn't do that, and they reinstated the video. So I mean, you can definitely challenge them. I mean, I've done it before.
I was working.
I don't think there'd be much use to challenge, to be honest with you, because when I submitted it, I submitted the timestamps directly into
either
YouTube,
way,
and they were just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but the way YouTube works is you'd pretty much have to get a court order. Or something like that. If he really did want to challenge it, I mean, that's just how.
No, that's how it's more along the lines of it's like you took something that didn't belong to you, whether you agree with the context of it or not. you still ripped off my shit, and I'm gonna protect my copyright.
I know you've never used anything that's public. I apologize.
I know I've used things that are public, but like I fucking do. I add commentary. Like, no, hold on.
You can look at my fucking video and see that I made edits.
I don't want to.
That I attempted to do as edits, and just like the other archives I've done, I put fair use in the title because that's how I felt.
This is what you don't realize. You're being challenged on fair use laws, and you're failing
so all
miserably.
You have to do
you
is
are failing miserably.
I don't think that's
fair use laws. I don't understand. Dude, I will link to you YouTube's fair use laws, and you can read through them yourself. They're guidelines for it. You lose at every step.
Oh my god!
At every fucking step. Just by labeling something fair use is not the same.
It's not that it's labeled fair use.
You labeled that video fair use.
No, I've legitimately OBS'd it. I've then put it onto my thing. I've edited it. Right.
Oh
that's the difference. Is
you stole the content. You stole the content. You re-uploaded it.
Makes your money on fucking YouTube. Who goes on about people needing money on YouTube? You fucking go on like you don't understand that this is people's income when it's your own fucking income.
Well, hold on. Let me just back up.
Hold on.
Pause.
Oh yeah. Fuck your income. You can have 3 months without income because Matt didn't come to you and just go, dude, I'm gonna fucking strike your channel.
Hold on a second. Didn't you just say like 5 minutes ago that this copyright strike had like literally no effect on your channel?
It hasn't now. But do you understand when this happened and how I've had copyright strikes before that have affected my channel to that degree?
I don't know none of that shit. I'm not
about YouTube. Maybe it's because that's money on live streams, man. That they want to keep live streams available. Maybe it's because that's what YouTube is becoming, is a live stream platform.
Maybe so, but stop taking people's shit. How about that? That's the whole point here. You don't understand. This is the whole issue. You can sit and argue that you wanted to archive it. That's fucking fine in your own right.
As an archive. That's what I didn't want to take you out of context, you fat Connor. I just wanted to put your fucking video on.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck me, Christ.
Real quick, Cog, could you do me a favor? Could you find the fair use provision that says an archive is fair use?
What? No, that's like I say, he's allowed to strike my channel. I've never said that there's anything wrong with it. I've not said that what I've done is in any way
from
what it is seen as YouTube. That's totally fine, guys. YouTube doesn't agree it's fair use. What I'm saying is, from my use,
it lets you archive shit.
You dumb cunts. You're talking about my fucking intentions, and mine was obviously fair use. It's the reason why I edited it.
Your intentions mean shit. Your actions do.
Yeah, I uploaded a fucking archive, not in context.
Find me where an archive is fair use, then, you dumb motherfucker. That's all I'm asking you to do.
No, I didn't. Did I put what it was in the description? Yes, I did. Now, I'm not saying you're not totally within your right to flag me. No, but this thing is, I'm not saying that you're not within your right to flag me. I'm not saying you can't do that. I'm saying that the fact that you've done it just shows the character that you have.
You calling it fair use means he wouldn't have the right to strike you because you cannot strike something that's fair use. I'm not. Actually,
am I disagreeing that he's not within his right to flag me? Am I sat here now taking the L with that? And just
was it or was it not fair use?
If you want to retract it, I'm not even going to fight it. That's literally how I've taken it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Is it or is it not?
What are you not understanding about this conversation?
That's a really easy question. Is it or is it not?
It's not fair, but from my point of view, when I thought it was fair use under YouTube's terms and conditions. It's not.
Well, there we go.
No, I'm not. Fair enough. Fucking hell, I've not said it isn't, Matt. Jesus Christ, where are you?
No, I'm
saying what my intentions were to.
You are talking in so many circles right now.
Fair use.
You're digging yourself deeper on this one.
I didn't add enough edits to it to make it fucking fair use. I apologize. Oh my God. Watch when I fucking upload it and it'll be fucking fair use because I'll add more to it. Watch, Matt. Watch.
Fine. Do it out of rage. Do it out of anger. But all I'm saying is,
I don't give a shit. It will be up on my channel with more fair use because you're fucking snowflake ass that has to flag because, someone else has put it on their channel and I'm not getting views as much as they are. Other people are seeing it before me.
Oh my God, I ripped off somebody else's content and they don't
use
like
my content. I'm not going to bitch and moan about it like you're fat fucking how bad
you sound right
now? I'm not going to bitch and moan about it like you're fat fucking ass. If someone uses my content though, Matt, that's the difference. I don't give a shit about that. I follow my own fucking principles.
Oh my God, man, listen.
You, on the other hand, talk about making money on YouTube and how hard it is for creators.
Sweetie, calm down. Just calm down. Okay, because you clearly,
a lot of people,
you've admitted you fucked up. You've admitted you fucked up.
You know that.
You admitted you fucked up. That's okay. That's okay. Let's find a way to move past this then. Like I said, I'm willing to take the damn thing down. All I want is just acknowledgement of what happened.
I've told you what happened. Yeah, I understand it's not fair use by YouTube. I've fucking said all this.
Okay.
Now take it down. I'd appreciate that.
Sure, and I'd appreciate the video being taken down until after.
Oh, don't worry.
I bet it is.
Fair use, trust me. Might wait until after the 3 months just to make sure I'm in the clear. You know.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do anything.
It'll be back up.
You do realize, like I pointed out at the beginning part of the stream,
it was a great conversation.
If you were to go on YouTube right now and look up Monday and Matt crying or whatever else, you will find a fuckload of videos making fun of that.
Yeah. I know. That's cool. I know.
But hold on. See, that's people actually adding criticism and commentary.
I want to mine, as I said, to be an archive. Do you know what an archive is? Do you know what an archive is? When I upload it with the term archive, do you know what an archive is? Do you know what an archive is?
Come on, no one asked you to archive it. No one gave you permission to archive it. You can sit there and try to argue that all you want, but it's still
you know what an in-context archive is, yes or no?
In-context archive, what was the context?
The context was the conversation of you and him when you'd gotten from that start to finish your conversation.
Stream where I was talking with people about it, where the audience was asking to get Jim in order to discuss Kilroy.
Dude, thanks to the rest of our fucking YouTube channels, people actually paid attention to Kilroy.
Because I fucking recorded it.
Dude, thanks to our channels, people actually paid attention to Kilroy. What are you talking about? They weren't otherwise. You don't realize that.
It has nothing to do that anything not involving me doesn't have anything to do with me. Period.
Fucking hell.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. That video had that stream.
Like I say, people didn't want to hear about your paid for or possibly or just biased opinion on Kilroy, but they do like seeing the conversation and between you and Medica. That's what they like.
No, they wanted a conversation. So don't you think? Hold on. Don't you think that the conversation with me and Medica would be better served where it originated?
If people want to go there, yeah, cool.
Well, cool. Then they have to go fucking find it. But in the meantime, it's not your place.
Well, I'll link it. I'd link it in the description if I could now, but I can't. Can I?
Of archiving it and then putting ads on it in order to profit.
I'll put it in the next one. No, I'll definitely link the original. By the way, you might want to get a thumbnail on it. Just
maybe if I cared enough to put a thumbnail up in the first place.
No, you don't, because I don't think you enjoyed that fucking. I don't know if you even enjoyed Kilroy in general.
No, I had a lot of fun at Kilroy. I was
treated, dude. Yes, in the
hour later though. That just happened. No, I had a lot of fun. But again, it's my shit. I can do with it what I please. You are not the arbiter of my content, nor are you.
No, I'm not saying you. No, I'm not saying I'm wrong for not coming to you in the first place and asking you Snowflake House. I know. I just know a lot of people that would just be okay. It's fine. It's fine. I understand ranting as well.
Snowflake for protecting my copyright when you so blatantly just make sure you uploaded it, because clearly,
it's cool. If you say no, I'll just make a ridiculous fair use archive.
You are funny, sir. You are very funny.
I'm very funny. You're very fat.
You know what, man? We all have our issues. You know what? I mean,
I'm glad mine's funny because at least I'm entertaining.
Hey, you know what? Say what you want to say.
Funny's entertaining. Fat's just miserable, dude. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that first part. What?
Said funny's entertaining. You know that thing that you do on YouTube to get views, be entertaining. It's probably why you got a few people watching now, because people want to know about this stuff. Yeah.
Perhaps, sure. I do what I do because I like what I do. Whoever watches. It's been working out for me just fine.
That's fair enough. I know. That's why you make about 73 uploads a fucking month. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but man, fuck,
to get those views, even though you got that big sub count, because you need to get them. I know. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm saying, like, I mean,
that's cool, dude. You're averaging about 24,000 views per video. It's cool.
Yeah, no, that's fine, man.
That's really good. No, it is.
I don't think you understand YouTube as a business, which is fine.
Okay, no, yeah, of course I don't do this. Of course, my career is not being not by you doing this at all, because it actually isn't.
No. But again, sir, you acknowledge you are the one that's at fault. Therefore, any of the consequences that happened are your own doing. That's the entire point.
Once again, because you're the sort of cunt who's just like, I'll just strike that channel and that channel and that channel. Yeah.
Now, can I ask you, Matt? Can I ask you something? Because people are tweeting at me to ask you about the Godwinson thing. Could you?
Dude, I had nothing to do with that. I swear to Christ.
I
had nothing. I've been catching flack about that fucking since it happened. I even said on Coach Red Pill stream, like, whoever the fuck is going around flagging content that has critical of me, stop doing it.
Also, what's this about you crying? I don't know what that's all about. Could you explain that for the? I
could have sworn you would have known about that by now.
No, I'm just fucking around.
Are you fucking around? Or are you serious?
No, I was fucking around. Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't give a fuck, dude. That shit, dude. I love that goddamn thing. I don't mind people making fun of that shit. You can't take away from my elatement or whatever the fuck it is from having that goddamn thing. I like it. But anyway, no, look, here's the deal. I don't want to fucking fight on for too long. I gotta take care of my kid here pretty soon. I'm willing to take it down. You acknowledge that you were in the wrong. That's pretty much all I wanted. And I will reach out and see about getting that thing overturned so you don't have your finances impacted, which apparently you didn't in the first place.
Well, it says my streaming's not gone down, so at least I can make stuff from Streamlabs on my channel. So yeah. That would be okay.
Cool. Well, not that's
But
like
it's through Streamlabs, really. I don't know if that means my super chat's gone. I have no idea what's going on with that.
I don't know what that either, man. It all depends on your end. I will reach out to them. All I ask is that you just delete the video and re-upload it when it actually falls in the.
It's gone. It's not even there.
Oh, okay. You took it down?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Cool. Well, then there we go. We have an accord. Deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much for coming on.
No worries. Appreciate it.
No, I got another comment. I'm being fed questions here because I'm kind of just sitting back, chilling. But somebody's told me maybe a couple years ago you would have let this slide, but maybe you kind of changed your mindset. Do you have any comments on that? Or
no, I've actually been I catch a lot of this shit fucking pretty frequently. Part of what happens, at least in the last couple of years with YouTube as a business, they've been a lot of people realize that they can just what they do is they mass rip content, right? So they go and they just there's programs you can get that just mass download videos and then they just re-upload them. And so I have Google Alerts set up for my name and for other stuff like that. And so it comes in and I see it. That's how I see these things generally. Also, other people will come across them through searching for my content and they'll find videos that were uploaded whole cloth. It's usually never like the thumbnail. It's just they uploaded the video and they put it on that channel. It's been happening for years. I don't expect it to stop anytime soon. Thankfully, the new monetization changes, as bad as they are for smaller legitimate creators, has actually kind of slowed down on that a little bit. But it still does happen.
Now he did make some edits to it though, so it wasn't just a wholesale rip. Like he did. I mean, in my opinion, yeah, it's a little. His argument for it wouldn't. I don't really think that it was enough. Personally, I mean, Cog, I like him and everything. And I think it could have been handled better on all sides, to be honest. But
I'm not going to disagree with you on that one.
But he did make some changes, though. It wasn't just a straight rip.
But calling it a fair use archive,
well, that doesn't
puts it in the context then of what exactly he's trying to, what he's trying to argue, and that's the whole point, is that it doesn't fall under those guidelines. Whether it's we already know that it doesn't matter if it's 15 seconds or 15 minutes. Not everything's going to be approved. He wanted to. He's done this kind of stuff before, from what he basically alluded to. And, but no one else has called him on it. I think I'm the first person to call him on it. And I think that's a good thing overall for everyone who's watching, that not everything you re-upload on YouTube is going to be acceptable under fair use law.
All right.
But I'm not an unreasonable person.
All right, fair enough. I'm gonna dip out. By the way, I accept your apology for the things you said about my wife, and you did say them. If you'll go back and
well, I'll go. We go back and forth all the fucking time. We have for years. I'm willing to just fucking let bygones be bygones, and just kind of keep to our separate corners. Is that cool?
I mean, I'll probably still fuck with you, to be honest. But
I might fuck a little bit back, but it's
it's all good. It's all good though. But I appreciate you having me on though. How about that?
Yeah, no, we'll talk again. I'm sure we'll talk again sometime in the future.
I'm sure. Also, let me do a cheap plug for the kill stream tonight.
All right, go ahead.
While I'm here.
Fucking chill.
Yeah. But all right, man. You have
no, fucking dude. Go ahead.
Just kill stream tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern on my channel. You gave us a topic too, so
there we go. All right. See, that's how it works here on YouTube. That's how the fair use applies.
I appreciate it, man. Have a good weekend.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later on, Ralph.
All right, bye-bye.
Monkey, you still there? I know you got to take off here pretty soon. Monkey might have taken off. I don't know. Says he's still here, but he might have walked away for a few minutes. Let me take a look. There was some super chats that I've seen. Let me go and double check this stuff here. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Stupid YouTube. All right, there we go. There's a lot of super chats that I missed. I will go through those for a few minutes. Okay, where is that at? Okay, so Heron Gaming News for $2 asks, "Where's my beautiful face?" I haven't shaved today and I'm really tired, so I just feel like going on camera. Clayton Fioridi, if I'm saying that wrong, I apologize. Fioridi says, "Dude, so true about Universal." What I was referring to is Universal on YouTube, and their copyright shit is crazy. Opinions Hurt Canadian $5 says, "I'll give you 45 more bucks if you talk to Cog on Twitter right now." Well, sir, I talked to him on here, but I appreciate the 5 Canadian. Willie Woodward asks if I've seen the stuff he sent me. You sent it over on Tumblr on the website. I saw it. I haven't fully gone and looked into it yet, but I do need to. Let's see. Duncan Massive 5. Oh, hey, Monkey, still there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Something happened with my mic. Yeah. I think I accidentally unplugged it when I moved it.
Oh, that can happen.
But yeah, I do need to get going. So I was just coming back to tell you thank you for having me on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll check out your guys' stream later on tonight because I think I'll be around that time.
Cool. All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
See me in the chats on that one.
All right, see ya.
All right, thanks for coming in. Duncan Massive, $5 Australian. Internet Blood Sports on Monday, and Matt Tonka would be proud. Yeah, I'm sure he's chuckling to himself right now. William Schaefer, $5. You should have told COG to upload the Beatles album, put Fair Use in the title, and see if the RIAA would consider it an archive. Oh, that's pretty funny. So anything else right there? But no, I mean, ultimately, you know, I'm gonna reach out. You know, we talked. I'll reach out to YouTube, and I'll see if I can get this thing taken down and shit. I'll email them directly about that, and we'll see if we can do that, because it's not giving me. He might need to appeal it, but if he's already deleted it, then I may not be able to do it. But I'm gonna reach out to people at YouTube who will be able to answer those questions for me. One of the sad things, this is the truth about the platform, is those of us who have over 100,000 subscribers get an email to send them for direct contact. So I wish they gave it to everybody. I really do, but that's what they do. So I shouldn't have acknowledged these people. Nah, you know what though? It's fine. It's fine. So not everyone is Mr. Medicare. He even got genuinely pissed when Base Alaska turned. Yeah, that was crazy. I saw that clip. That was nuts. But no, that Baked Alaska thing, man, that was crazy shit. That was something I did check out. Just strike his channel. He sounds like a moron. No. I'm gonna try to get away from it. Why are there so many dislikes on the stream? It's hackers, just the way things are right now. You know, people came in, not a huge fan. Who knows where they came from? But that is fine and shit. So I should probably get going in a few minutes. No, horror punks, they keep coming at me because I keep giving them attention, or the reaction they want. I don't think the reaction that they really wanted. This was more for me than anything else. I may be legally correct, but I'm a pompous asshole. You think the dubious? I completely disagree here. The person who's defending my copyright, protecting my copyright, is not being a pompous asshole. It's protecting what's mine. It's property rights. Not everyone. I mean, he admits he made a mistake. That's fine. We've cleared it out. Did I break the Kilroy NDA with my stream? No. I never signed an NDA for Kilroy. Never once. You came from the Kumite? Okay, so they're talking about me on the Kumite. That sounds about right. Don't they do that pretty much like all the time? They talk about me all the time. Joaquin says I'm in the right. Yeah, Joaquin. Oh, hey, Joaquin, what's up, dude? Fucking, hey, man, how are you, buddy? Like, Joaquin here is a good dude, a really good guy. I had the pleasure of meeting him. So protecting my copyright, what did you actually lose? It's not necessarily the point of losing. Protecting it doesn't matter if it has any impact on me directly or not. It has to do with the fact that it's still my property. Like someone could steal a chair, and then I could it's a chair, but at the same time it's like it's still my shit. That's the whole point here. Can I reach out to YouTube Law to clarify what fair use is in a court of law, or at least after the H3? Well, it depends on it. Well, the H3 thing was entirely different, Lieutenant Dan. The H3 thing with Matt Haas was about them doing a response video. This was pretty much a whole cloth re-upload. They weren't talking, they were laughing. You know what? Let them laugh, man. Let them laugh. Eventually they'll run out of things to laugh about. You've read the dislike and unsub. Cool. Hold on. Wait. This one's funny. Eon Cool says, Matt, can I rip your videos and upload them if I criticize you by calling you a homo every 5 minutes throughout the video without getting flagged? I'm gonna probably sit there and say, sure. I think because you're at that point, you are probably the very edge of what would be considered that, but at least it's something. if you don't protect your copyright in every case, it will possibly void future copyright. I know trademarks are like that. But I don't have a trademark on it. So let's see. No, really, Matt. They count on larger channels, creators like you to pull in views. They literally do nothing but shit talk, no real commentary or opinions on events. Just so and so is a douche. Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that kind of commentary has been around on the internet for far too long. Can you draw me as Cthulhu? That sounds remarkably horrifying, and I'm very intrigued. So yeah, sure, go for it. But no, it's like we sorted it out. I'm gonna take care of this in a few. You know, I find it to be interesting. I mean, hey, look, you know, we got the Ralph retort on, everybody. We got the Ralph retort on. How cool is that? Ralph and I, we don't ever talk, so getting a chance to chat's always good. Let's see here. Monday, Matt's a business entity, and YouTube is going full bore and shutting people down this year. Yeah, I met a woman this morning that told me her husband is angry that a lot of his favorite channels are getting struck down by YouTube, and then I recommended that she have him check out DTube and BitChute in order to find those people. What do you call someone who illegally live streams live NASCAR ARCA races to sites like YouTube and Twitch, as if it doesn't fall within fair use? No, it doesn't. But I will say that a lot of the times with that kind of content, it goes to show you that those particular outlets are really lacking in that department. There's clearly a viewership based. Will this be up after it's over? Yeah, Blood Topaz. I'll put it up after it's over. I'll even make a thumbnail and shit. So they are really getting hit by YouTube really hard, even small channels. Yeah, I mean, the YouTube shooter, that was clearly I think everyone's worst nightmare in terms of a YouTuber getting frustrated. And every time I do content, and it just gets like, you watch, like, you know, like when I have Sargon of Akkad hitting me up and saying like, do you know what the fuck is going on with this shit? It's just, you know, it's impacting everybody. Mundane YouTubers asserting their copyright privileges over others like they're Disney or Sony. Yeah, I mean, there's a you kind of have to. You're pretty upset no one asked Cog what more fair use means. I think he kind of addressed it. Like, I think you know, he comes across as if his intentions were not meant to be impure, and I think that is probably that does make sense. So I do understand that. If he was being legitimate and he got frustrated well enough, I do believe he was being legitimate in that one. So if his intentions were not impure, so then, you know, there's that. So that's something. Do I think YouTube CEO needs to be fired? Yeah, I think she needs to step down. I think she needs to step down and let someone come in who actually run this thing. Hot Ninja says, I don't think he understands that his edits didn't qualify as fair use. Yeah, pretty much. So Peggy Hill, unlike the Kumite crowd, I have a job in the world. That's not fair. They have jobs. They get paid to do what they do. But I appreciate you coming by, Peggy. Haven't seen you in a while. Susan, what the fucksky needs to be fired and humiliated. No, not humiliated. But definitely a regime change would be better for everyone. So, well, the thing, Hacker, here's the funny thing is there was a time, and I don't know if it's still going on, but I think it was over the summer, there were like multiple live streaming channels that were running like 24/7 Simpsons, 24/7 Rick and Morty, 24/7 Family Guy, with like 7,000 to 8,000 people watching concurrently. And yet, like, there was nothing YouTube could do to strike them down, because every time they got struck down, they just kept coming back. And YouTube couldn't really do anything because it was up to the property owners to act. So that's the whole thing too, is you have to remember that it's up to the property owner to do something. Joseph S. No, I just struck it. I didn't message him. In hindsight, I should have done that, but I didn't. So we've talked. Is there any truth to the rumors that Amazon wants to buy YouTube? I don't think Amazon could buy YouTube at this point. Amazon's best bet is to basically create a service that's very similar to YouTube and then go from there. So let's see. You want to see Jawed be the CEO of YouTube since he co-founded the site? That'd be pretty good. Sargon is such a tourist here in California. Is Sargon back in California right now? Am I in the YouTube union? I'm not. No, I'm not in the I'm not. I'm not in the YouTube union. I don't know much about it. I think I'm part of that Facebook group because I was curious to see what they were saying and everything else. But otherwise, I'm not entirely too sure what it's all going on with that one. Don't message the idiots; they have to message you. Sometimes it's good to reach out. I can understand Irate Bear's comment about professional courtesy, but I do think that ultimately, it falls. Like it does go both ways. So no, Chelsea, I understand what you mean. It's presentation does matter. But again, I'm not an unreasonable person here, right? So, will I be joining Channel Awesome? I mean, yeah, Channel. I don't know what the fuck is going on with them anymore. Doug Walker's still making content, so there's that. Well, here's the thing, Joseph S. He deleted the video already. So if he deleted the video already, then that's going to be interesting. Oh, Sargon's in San Luis Obispo. What the fuck's he doing there? That guy gets around. Shit. So if I don't, Yorg will come after me with a slingshot catapult, pretty much. Do I think a lot of YouTube's employees are SJWs at the current SEO? I think a lot of people there are SJWs, but I hope it doesn't impact their work. But from a social side of things, YouTube clearly has a bias. It very much does. So why do I talk shit, bring you on for 5 minutes so I can make fun of you? Why, Brian? There's nothing you could really say. If you want to go down the pathway of making fun of one another, sir, there's enough on you and enough on me to make it a rip-roarious good time. But at this moment, sir, the answer to that is no. No, we don't have to do that. We've gone down our pathway before, Brian, all the times on Twitter, all the times we've bantered, got into it. Do you really want to go down there again? Maybe one day. Maybe one day, Brian. So there's plenty San Luis Obispo is a nice area, but not a lot to do. I've driven through it. It sucks. That's it. Have I considered opening a SoundCloud channel? I have actually, but for different things. Oh man, I don't really feel like. Do I have time? Hold on. All right, Brian. Yeah, he's okay. Hold on here. Shit, I don't. Yeah. All right. Sorry, getting messages. I have not played God of War yet. I'll tell you what, Brian. I don't follow you on Twitter. Why don't you hit up Ralph and have him give you the link? And why don't you come on and we'll chit chat for a few? How about that? It's been a fun day. Why not? So, why not? Come on in, sir. Come on in. I have not beaten Far Cry 5 yet. I have not beaten Far Cry 5. It's on my list. There's a lot to do in that game. I get caught up on that kind of shit. So I haven't beaten Far Cry. I'm on the last part of it now. I need to jump in and finish it up. So Brian, I said I'm not going to be on in a few. If you want to come in right now, I don't like. Do you have an email? Can I just like post it on like the cow board or something and go there? I don't know, man. If you want to come on in, an accurate fool. I have no plans on going on the Kumite, none whatsoever. So all right. here. All right, I sent Brian the link. This ought to be fun. I haven't talked to Brian in a long time. The last time I think I spoke to him is when he accused me of plotting to kill him or accused me of sending him death threats. Neither things I ever did. So that was a fun time. That was back in the days of Gamergate, back in the crazy days of Gamergate. So you think I'm too nice? We'll see. Yeah, I'm a pretty easygoing person. Dude, check your Twitter DM, man. I sent it. If you didn't get it, I'm looking at it right now. 36 seconds ago. You got it. Is there any programs that can convert videos into Twitch's specific format? I don't know, GTA Driver, what Twitch's specific format is. Let's see here. The article doesn't have a translation for English. That is not good. Let's see. There's okay, Jesus. This seems kind of, it's an API. Are you able to do that? I guess it's go to, or I'll post it. There's a link. Post it in here. There you go. It's posted it. So hold on. Did I see another bullshit accusation from the left about a Russian girl who met with Donald Trump Jr.? I saw something today.
Hello.
Yo, long time. How are you, man? You good?
How's it going, Matt Jarbo?
It is going well, Brian Dunn. How are you?
I'm all right. So you talk a lot of shit, Matt, and you lie.
Oh, really?
Why
I talk a lot of shit, sir. Have you ever listened to yourself talk? It's nothing but
it's expected from me, but you lie a lot.
I don't lie at all.
I'll give you credit today that you have taken the first steps of unpussifying yourself by actually allowing you to talk to people that you have problems with. So
I haven't
congratulations.
talked to you in nearly 4 years because it's more fun to make you angry.
I'm not angry though, man. I have a couple questions. Though.
Brian, do you not remember back in the day?
Stop deflecting for a second. I have a couple questions. Why are you lying about flagging down Godwinson?
I didn't flag down Godwinson. I swear to Christ, dude.
But you did. He actually tweeted. He tweeted it out. So why are you lying about it?
Can you send me a link to that? Because that is absolutely.
Yeah, I tagged you directly on Twitter, unless you have me muted.
I have you,
which I'm assuming you do, because you're very safe space.
I know, dude. I never tagged anyone. There was a lot of shit being said. I never flagged those people.
All right. Well, okay. So let's go through the details, because you kind of are vague about stuff. Maybe you don't remember some shit, so I'll fill it in.
This ought to be fun.
Godwin had his channel. He made a video about you, calling you a soy boy.
He called. I think the video was titled "I Hate Mundane Matt," if I recall correctly. Correct?
Yeah, it was. Okay, it was correct. So you know the video. That's great.
I do know the video. Yeah.
So anyway, he makes the video. Mm-hmm. He rips you to shit. And then all of a sudden he gets flagged down for that video for bullying and harassment.
I saw that. Yeah. I did nothing to do with it. I swear to Christ.
Ironically, the same thing happens to Tonka Saw, specifically on 2 different videos talking directly about you.
No, I'm aware.
For the same thing.
I'm fully aware.
I would take it now, if you didn't have a past history, 2016, 2015, and 2017 of doing this for the same exact reason that Tonka Saw had tweeted at you before in the past when he got his channel flagged down. And Godwinson had brought up when he got 3 of his videos flagged for the same shit, and then all of a sudden he got banned. Now I would believe you, but the problem is you in 2017 you did this to a small YouTuber named Nick Coleman, who I just tweeted about.
No, Nick Coleman. I discussed with Nick heavily leading up to that incident, and I explained it all in a video. Nick refused to adhere to the changes I asked for him to make, so I told him I was going to happen.
Yeah, but it was under fair use. I saw the video, Matt. I tweeted about it a moment ago. I just talked to the guy.
No point in time would that be considered fair use.
I just talked to the guy. That's his argument.
That's not a valid argument. That's not even an argument at all.
But he provided the context of the conversation.
Dude, did you see my video? I have screenshots. There was no context added. There was none.
Okay.
I asked him repeatedly on Twitter. I've known.
But here's what I saw, man. I saw you arguing.
I've known Nick for the last couple of years. Like I've known him.
Yeah, so he doesn't like you.
I don't care if he doesn't like me, but I went to him and I said, "Look, dude, this is not fair use. You have taken a from my movie. This is not fair use at all. He mistitled it, which is my biggest point. And I said, this is not at all what things are. You need to take this down or you need to edit it. And he says like, well, I'm not going to do it. It's fair use. I'm like, it's not fair use. And I'm like, you know, that's the whole point. We kept going back and forth. And then all he did is update the video description. It was something that was pithy and in no way constituted fair use. That's the whole issue.
Okay, Matt, he did the same exact video verbatim as Mr. Medicare did. He gave you an example of that. And you said one was tongue in cheek and the other one was serious business for you.
Well, the one with Medicare was I forget. Medicare had tweeted it out. That's a different beast entirely. I don't know how to DMCA on Twitter. I've never looked into it, but it's entirely a different beast. It wasn't titled Mundane Matt Kill Someone.
Why is it that when Mr. Medicare makes fun of you, it's just tongue in cheek, but if anybody else does the same thing, it's a serious thing that you need to flag down?
Because Jim was being tongue in cheek. Nick was trying to be tongue in cheek, but was being completely wrong about it and didn't add the context.
What about, you know, like the whole turn off your pesky ad block when Jim ripped you to shit for that?
That was fucking funny, man. That's fucking great. I have to give the memes credit on that one. So, no, seriously, that's funny. I say that shit down in person.
In 2016, Matt, you'd made a bunch of tweets showing that you flagged another guy down for the same stuff. In fact, you actually flagged a video down and you flagged it for bullying and harassment. And you talked about that. And you said, why? You actually, and I'm quoting it from the tweet, you said, I didn't flag it for this. I flagged it for copyright, but this works too. That's what you said.
Do you have a link to that?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. Let me grab it from the archives. Give me a second.
So it depends because there's usually a context. If I have to do it, there's a context. I don't just do it because someone made some bants. There's a difference.
Why do you do it at all? Like they're not making money off your channel. You know, that's like something Darkside Phil tries to do. You know that, right?
There's a complete difference there. You just DM it to me.
Not really. You're kind of like Darkside Matt. I tweeted out a clip of you not too long ago doing your little Twitch stream where you decided to attack your own fan base for no fucking reason. I called it Darkside Matt Tries It, attacks his own fans. It was really entertaining.
I might have been all the attacking. No, because the people that come into my stream, the frequent ones, are still there. I'm not too sure which one you're talking about.
I'll refresh your memory. It was a guy named Goat Balloon, and you decided to talk about his life and in great detail personally. Isn't that against terms of service of Twitch? Matt? Isn't it Goat? The username was Goat. The guy's name was Goat Balloon. The username.
I don't know who that guy is.
That's funny because I tweeted it out. I can go and grab that tweet.
How do I talk about someone's life if I don't know who the fuck they are?
I don't know, Matt. You compared yourself to that guy's life. You said you had a Fitbit and that you're eating healthy, but then you decided to talk about his life in great detail. Now, isn't that against the terms of service of Twitch?
No, there was a joke I made about getting a Fitbit and eating, steamed vegetables and chicken.
Yeah, and then you followed it up by saying, I bet you live in your mom's basement and you're fat and lonely. I don't know, dude. And you followed up with a couple of other statements. Now, I don't give a shit about
shots fired at me. I'm going to fire fat shots right back. That's
okay, fine. But he didn't really fire.
But hold on, Brian. You are mischaracterizing that. Then you're saying that I'm attacking my audience. This guy clearly isn't an audience member. Then you're saying that I'm talking about his life in great detail. If I just speculate that he lives in his mom's basement and he's overweight because he's making fun of me for being overweight, like those are not the same thing.
How do you know?
Why do you overreach as much as you do? Like
I'm not overreaching. You overreach. We're not talking about me, Matt. We're talking about you.
Well, you wanted to come on in to have a conversation, Brian. I mean, we could sit there and talk about you overreaching. Do I need to bring up the cease and desist? Do I need to bring up?
Oh yeah, okay, hold on, Matt.
Do I need to bring up? Hold on. Let's talk about you, Brian. Overreach. Hold on,
Matt. You want to look retarded? You want to talk about?
Hold on. This is kind of a way back machine sort of thing here. There was a time a long time ago, way back in Gamer.
Stop flipping the script. We're not talking about me, Matt.
Brian, hold on, dude. Come on, you're gonna remember this and you're gonna laugh. You're gonna remember this and you're gonna laugh. There was a long time ago where Brian here made a
Matt, I gotta go here in a minute, but I'm trying to get to the point. You're like Darkside Phil, Matt.
Shots and everything. He brought up the screenshots and my name wasn't even in there.
Nobody gives a shit, Matt. It's done and over with. Now, what's important is
Brian. Come on, dude. Come on. You're gonna be bringing up old shit. We both got to be bringing up old shit. Matt, fucking man!
Because you're really mad.
Days of double ham. I miss the days of the mechanical keyboard. You were fun back then, man. What happened?
Okay, well, no, okay, Matt.
What happened? You lost everything.
Matt,
actually, he's one of the greatest.
Matt, we're not talking about me. Hold on, Matt. No one gives a shit about me, Matt. No one gives a shit about me. Nobody gives a shit about me, Matt.
No, this is true. Legitimately, I feel bad that you you lost out the way that you did.
Your lying ass Matt.
You were on track to be like,
what is Matt? Matt, what's interesting to me, Matt, is that you were just like Dark Side Phil, Matt. You want to know how you're just like Dark Side? Yeah, you are Dark Side Phil. I'll tell you.
That's such a lame argument, dude. That's such a lame argument. Do you want to appear in another one of those 4-hour Dark Side Phil videos?
I watch your live streams, Matt. You attack your fans and then you call them detractors like you just did now. He's not a fan. He's a detractor. He's not a fan. He's this. He's not this. If I'm going to fire shots, this and that. Now, I'm pretty sure what you did was against Twitch's terms of service, and you can get banned for that because a lot of people got banned for stuff like that. In fact, Dark Side Phil got banned twice for doing the same shit that you did.
Yeah.
And that's ironic. And then you run around and you want to bitch and moan about the legalities of copyright strike while using YouTube rather than the actual legal definition of copyright and fair use within the state statutes that you're in because you don't understand the law, but you like to talk about it like you do.
No, I exercised my
listen, Matt.
I'm sorry if you don't fully understand
I don't have
that's
a personal
okay.
Matt.
That's okay.
This is a hard truth for you to swallow. Here's the hard pill. The reason why you stagnate and you don't get a lot of views and stuff like that is because you actually are mundane. Nobody gives a shit about your opinion. You act like you're somebody, but you're not. Just be like everyone else.
Brian,
just chill the fuck out.
I'm generally
get
like
more viewers and stop being
anyone who meets me in person.
You're not a brand. You're just a person like everyone else. Yeah, but you are acting like it. You used it in here in a context against COG. You've done this over fucking years of doing this to people.
Having my name attached to something and
calm down
against COG. What are you talking about? I never used the brand against COG. I said my content on my stream was taken.
You said you said it's your legal property. That's the word you use. It's your brand. It's your legal property.
Yes, it does become my legal property.
Your head.
Do you not understand?
Look, listen.
Like, hold on, dude. I've worked in Hollywood. I've gone to film school. I don't think you understand that much anymore. I'm sorry, man. I think you've really lost it. To be fair.
No, I think that you have your head up your ass. You think that Kilroy that had less than 100 people is a success.
You've made accusations
against me
on shit I've never fucking done. That's been, you made that
stream where you about shit that you may or may not have done. I'm talking to you about criticism and the realities of your fucking actions.
No, you're just come on, man.
Like
you're away for years.
You're nobody. You live off your girlfriend and you fucking live like a
dude. Jesus,
just like Dark Side Phil. Just chill out and be yourself. Don't have to be Monday Matt the brand. Just be Matt Jarbo the person.
You want me to be something that I clearly am.
I don't want you to be shit. I just want you to be a normal person and not try to act like you're a company. You're not a company. You're not a brand. You're just Mundane Matt or Matt Jarbo. Be the YouTuber or the person.
That's what I want to talk about. That's it. People drag me into shit all the fucking time.
That's all I'm saying.
Brian, hold on, dude. Stop. Hold on. Stop. Come on, man. Let's be real for a second here.
I'm being very real. Pull your head out of your ass, Matt.
If you want to be very fucking real, sir, we can look at the whole situation. I've done the exact same thing for years.
Yes, you have, and you get criticized for it all the time. And I'm giving you hard criticism. And you want to know? You want to know what it is, though, Matt? Is that you're like Phil. You intentionally ignore criticism, and you only want to listen to people who praise you. You like creating safe spaces, and you like listening to your own fucking voice.
It's not helping all the time on shit, dude. There's a difference between listening to criticism and then also sitting there and you don't have to listen to every bit of criticism that comes your fucking way. There's a reason.
Okay, so you want to choose and ignore your stuff, Matt. All I'm saying is that if you're
okay. No. There are certain elements of
yourself. Accept who you are, be yourself, and just do your thing.
Okay, fine.
Don't act like you're fucking a brand or better than other people. You need to flag people down.
Better than other people, but
and this is my intellectual property. They're making less than $1 on your shit if they even try to monetize it. That's the same shit Dark Side Phil does.
But the principle of the matter stands, and I think that's what people need. If you want to talk about principles here, we could go through each other's history. I could ask you why you doxed Coach Red Pill. I could ask you why you denied the Holocaust on Jim's stream back then.
And nobody's talking about it. I don't give a shit about myself on the internet, man. I'm not you. I don't make a dime on the internet. I don't trademark myself or try to call myself a brand.
I'm not trademarking myself, dude. I'm
shocked. I'm surprised. You should do that because a troll might actually go ahead and do that. Didn't Andy do that to fucking liberalists?
He did it illegally because he can't get worldwide trademarked in Canada. Because he didn't even look into the law. He blew $1,300.
A troll, if a troll wants to do it, a troll will try.
You can't call it a troll job when the troll is a fail.
Oh,
he did
okay.
was a
They're
fail.
all fails. They're all fails. All right, man.
No, that was a whole fail. That was it, dude. Okay,
Okay,
so,
man.
no. Looking into that, he had to go through. It was like Madrid or Morocco or something, and there's a whole bunch of signatory countries that had to sign into this agreement for worldwide trademark. Canada was not one of the signatories, therefore that claim was not valid. And here's the thing.
Okay, so basically, Sargon of Akkad got lucky that he did it in Canada and it wasn't an American that did it. That's what you're telling me.
Well, here's the thing. Had he actually gone after it in America or one of the countries where there was a signatory, Sargon still would have been able to sue him because he'd been using it ahead of time. It doesn't need look. That's all semantically. That's all semantics and shit. The point is, he still failed at the troll job. So that's the whole point. It was still
he didn't fail in a troll job. He did enough to wrestle Jimmy's. The point is, Matt, regardless of all the semantics, we're way off topic.
It kind of blew up in his face.
Matt, we're way off topic. The point is, Matt, is you got to learn how to take criticism for once, and you need to pull your head out of your ass and stop arguing with people and stop trying to copyright people, or you want to yell at your fans and claim who is a fan and who isn't, like you know your fan base when you don't understand it. Why do you think you have so many downvotes over upvotes? Just focus on what makes people happy. Be Matt Jarbo, the person.
If I do stream about Kilroy, I got a lot more downvotes than upvotes. I don't think you guys understand how this stuff works.
Yes, they downvoted you, Matt, because they don't like you because you caused problems.
Right.
And a little bit,
or maybe it was because there was a reference.
And to be fair to you, because I've experienced it many times. Well, hold on. And to be fair to you, I've experienced many times misinformation and slander does get around. It happens on the internet, but most of the time it's pretty much criticism. And they don't like you for various reasons, and you should probably open your mind up to let people on to talk to that you don't get along with like this, so that you can have more ideas pop in your head that isn't just what Matt thinks. You understand?
No, I do get what you're saying. And you know, here's the thing. I will be honest with you, Brian. You do to an extent have a point. I will fully admit that. I will give you credit there. I have not engaged with people who have been critical of me as much as I should. That is very true.
Correct.
So that is something that I will give you credit on. That is something I do need to work on, and more of these are actually probably better in the long run.
Yes, they are. There you go.
So, you know, I will give you that. How about that, sir? I will give you that.
That's great. No, that's a first start. Now just keep that mentality up and start listening to other people when they give you criticism. Obviously, don't listen to people who say crazy shit like delete your channel or stuff like that. Like, obviously focus on the content that is, if you care about the money, because it's obviously a business to you that makes you money, right? Or whatever. Sure, but also do what you want to do. You said you like film stuff and all that stuff. Do what you like to do and mix it and match it and stuff like that. And listen to how people want you to improve, because you'll have more viewers if you're more entertaining and do other stuff. You know how to do film. Like a prime example, you know how to do film. Do some shit where you can like mix in funny clips or something like that. Bring people in, bring your friends in or something like that. Do a podcast with people you know about specific things. I'm just throwing out shit as example because that's your hobby stuff, but you get my point. You know, just listen to criticism, and a lot of people calm the fuck down. Don't be so, you know, personal on shit, and other people won't be so personal on shit unless they're just fucking shitty people. And just do your thing, man. Yeah.
Anyone who brings my kid into the mix is a fucking piece of shit. There's been a few people who've tried.
No, yeah, well, that happens.
No, that one, no. I get that. You can't control everyone, and you know, I understand that. So I thought
I had a crazy furry Bible thumper try to claim that he knows how to take care of a child better than I do. So it happens.
Who said that?
I don't want to name him. He's a fucking weirdo. You know who he is. I just don't need it. I don't need to give that fucking crazy person attention. He's just a crazy Bible.
We've been around for a while, so I'm pretty sure we know a lot of crazy motherfuckers.
Yes,
there's a lot of crazy fucking people out there. And it gets crazier the bigger you get, I guess, right? But hey, I think we both can agree that we're both not Dark Side Phil, so that is a good thing.
As long as you don't start copyright striking everything that comes across your desk.
As I stated, I only did it because it was pretty much the whole cloth thing. That was it.
But you know damn well you could have contacted Cog. The guy has open streams all the time. He goes on free.
And I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. I could have done that, and I should have done that. That was my mistake, and I will acknowledge that fact. I actually didn't even think about that when I did it, to be honest with you. So there was that.
Yeah, and just look at your past stuff. Like I said, you have years of doing this kind of behavior to people without actually kind of conversate with them. And then when they argue about it, you get really offended and you get defensive. Just let it fucking roll off you, you know?
Well, the thing is, too, that there are people out there that make up a lot of shit about me that I did not have anything to do with. Like Godwinson. I didn't touch that shit. Swear to God.
I'm on the fence on that one because he claims you did. He was out, so he couldn't come on stream.
No. I swear. Look. Okay. We've disagreed many times over the years. Okay. We've gotten shouting matches many times over the years.
Yeah.
Swear to fucking God, didn't touch that shit. Same reason why. The Kumite clips, all that crap, making fun of me all those times. I just moved on. I sallied forth.
Well, then if I could give you some constructive criticism, my thought is if you want, I would say extend the olive branch to Tonka Saw and to Godwinson 1-on-1 on your channel, and because I know you don't like the Kumite, I know you don't like that kind of setup, and then to talk to them about this because they have a lot of issues with you on that subject, and it would clear up a lot of problems if you really didn't do it.
Well, Tonka should know me well enough to know that I didn't do it. Because Tonka and I used to talk every fucking night. We used to talk.
I don't know. I don't want to speak for the guy. The guy hasn't. The guy.
I'm just put that out there. We used to talk. Like I'm talking after VidCon and shit. Failure and I and Tonka and Vamp and like Ian Miles Chong would pop into streams almost nightly. It felt like. All right. I've been on conversations with them and with Andy privately.
Yeah, I've heard them because they aired out your drama on air because that's what they like to do. But no, I heard all that.
I'm saying they should know me well enough to know it from based on those conversations about, everything of all the shit going on in my life at the time. That's the whole issue. I would not I don't do that kind of crap. I did it here.
Okay, well, don't sell me. Like I said, I'm not the guys that had this happen to them. I would suggest
Tonka can talk to me. Tonka can hit me up anytime he wants to hit up. All right. Like the thing is I won't talk to him publicly. I would do it privately because I know what to expect privately.
You have to you see that's the problem. You got to do it publicly because your name's attached to supposedly doing shit like this, and then you just did a stream where you talked to Cog about doing something similar to it. Not saying you did the same thing and not saying you did it, but I'm just saying your name is tagged publicly to this. The guy had to remake his whole channel.
Or Cox who fucking did that shit.
The guy had to remake his whole channel because everything got shredded to shit.
And I even tweeted that team YouTube and said, this is fucked up and you shouldn't do this.
Yeah, but that doesn't make it better. That's like when crowds.
No, it doesn't make. I can't make them delete something.
Right.
I don't know what cost.
The problem with that is you should sit down and publicly talk to them so people can get their perspective because you are a public figure now. You treat yourself like a brand, and your brand now is tied to doing something you may or may not have done, and it's easier to clear the air to the people, the audience, whether you clear it with Godwinson or Tonka Saw. That's what I'm saying. You should do that so that people can understand it. If you really didn't do shit, it'll be very easily done within like 5 to 10 minutes if that's the case. If it's something that you guys get heavily involved in and deep in, then sure. I mean, for fuck's sakes, I feel you on some sense because like right now I've got like 5 different channels that run around and pretend to be me. I know Vamp Candy messaged me about it. And I know what you're talking about. So when that comes down, but at the same time, you got to do these kind of things when it comes to your public image just to try to save face because it could hurt you. And that's why that's why a lot of other people might downvote you because most people who tune into these kind of streams, they only get a snippet of it. And they don't really obsess over. They're not like you were talking about Kiwi Farms and stuff where they just get autistic and they obsess over shit and then they get too far into the rabbit hole, So you gotta kind of save your image a little bit there. That's what I'm saying. So if I could recommend that, I would do it. That's my opinion, but you don't have to do it. But that's probably your best bet. And you'll probably get a lot more respect.
Fair opinion. That's a fair opinion. I did reach out to Andy to try to talk to him a little bit ago. That did not work out as well.
He's got to take a break. I was watching this morning. He talks way too much about his personal shit now, and he's the whole JF stuff. He just needs to chill out for like a week.
There's a lot there from last year and everything else. I kind of feel bad for him. I shouldn't, but I do. It's a fucked situation. The whole the last 4 months have been fucked. I think we all can agree.
There's a lot of shit going on right now. I don't want to. People kept conflating me with IBS streaming when reality is I just make my YouTube videos where I just go into crazy shit on the internet. That's it. And I had to explain that my last time I was on the Kumite that I'm not a fucking IBS streamer because people kept thinking I was trying to steal people's content, steal audiences or something. I don't fucking know. There's so much shit that goes on around my name all the time. Everybody
people
fucking
make a lot of fake shit.
Oh God, dude. I think like what is it? Some shit happened recently. Like I was apparently in control of like anime avatar waifus with another guy named Strawman and Director and Stone Mexican guy, and like Stone Mexican guy had to delete his information because they were sending him death threats or some shit recently over this and all other dumb shit. And he was asking me about it and all this stupid stuff. And we're just like, no, we don't fucking run around with anime avatars running mafias. That's dumb. That's
Wasn't there, weren't there claims of that shit like back during the days of Gamergate? Like, I feel like I've heard that kind of crap.
Yes, before. It's just trolls, man. It's just fucking trolls and people taking shit way too seriously. I talked to Queen of Vance this morning about it, and she understands now. Like, we sat down and we kind of went through the information and explained to her, and she's like, "Oh, okay, so this is just one big fucking troll, and these guys are just people who just want to troll people on the internet." And I said, "Yes, stop taking it seriously." But then other people take it seriously, and I start getting fucking serious subliminal messages in my DMs from people I didn't expect it from, and I'm just like, "You're dumb. I'm gonna ignore you. I know you want to feed into drama." It's just stupid shit. It's like that everywhere, man, but it is what it is. Anyways, it's good talking to you, man. Glad to clear some air. I'm glad you kind of listen a little bit and, bring some more people on that'll not be kind of iffy, maybe not, whatever. But as long as they're not screaming and shouting about killing you or some shit, then you should be all right.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. There are people out there who don't like me, so we'll have to find out on that one.
Yeah, dude, I feel you on that. So, all right, I'll talk to you later, dude. I gotta get ready for.
I'll see you later, Brian. Have a good one.
Can I plug something real quick for somebody else?
Go right ahead.
Okay. Tonight, I don't know. I think it's 6:00 Eastern time. Me and Empty Hero are going to be on stream talking about SJWs in the book publishing series and like the Hugh and sci-fi in general. And like SJW is kind of taking that over. And then we're going to be talking a little bit about like Britbong return stuff and the Zoom stuff and just the random shit and making jokes and shit like that. So if you like that kind of stuff, go to Empty Hero's channel. If you don't know who he is already, he's a great guy. And there you go.
All right.
See ya.
I'll see you later, man. So, okay, I do have to get going here in a few minutes myself. I have to go and do the other shit. So, all right, that was I would argue a very productive amount of time. I don't quite know how long I've been on, but that's been productive. So I'd say a couple good things there. I will be reaching out to YouTube to get the strike taken down. I don't know if it will work since he's deleted the video. It should work. Hopefully it will. And then in the future, I will reach out to people if that is something that does need to be looked at. However, I do think COG is pretty pissed off. So whatever he comes up with in terms of fair use is probably going to be pretty scathing. So that should be definitely fun. If you happen to be one of the people who dislike me, get ready for that. You'll be able to laugh at my expense, which clearly that's kind of half the game on YouTube. As for King of Pole, Exceptional Detective, we've had some long-standing beef, and we talked. That's fine. Same with Ralph Thor. So there we go. It's not so much a hugs and kisses day here on YouTube, but at least it's better than the shit we've fucking had over the course of the past few months. I might be streaming later on tonight, maybe some games, or maybe I'll just hang out and play fucking Far Cry 5 or some shit. But get more people on. I do want to get more people on. The big problem, what really bothered, or what's my biggest problem with getting other people on, I usually stream at night. I don't know who's up. I'm on the West Coast, so it's 9:30 p.m. my time, and I'm so focused on work like 90% of the time, so I just focus on my videos and doing the streams, and I don't think about bringing other people. So that's honestly, listen, I will be fully a thing here. One of the probably, even though I don't watch Warski or the Kumite, I will argue that their support staff is probably like really solid. Failure and JF, at least respectively, because they are the they are the bookers. They're the ones who reach out when people are talking. So it does keep the flow there. So let's be I guess I guess for the sake of professionalism, because why the fuck not? Let's give them a golf clap. A round of applause, because they are the the people that keep the shit fucking flowing. That's honest to God why I don't bring on more people. I literally forget to bring on people. So it's 3 a.m. where you are right now. Warski's 2 pull tier. You need that R9K. That's great. So no, yeah, I can't be a one-man army with the live stream shit. It's way too much crap. So there's that. I'd like to no, horror punks, you're right. Respond less people to try and get a reaction, and respond more people who I can actually talk to. Look, here's the thing. Usually Ralph and King of Pole, like, we just fire shots at each other. So we had a conversation. So I would argue that's probably for the best, you know. Stream Mad Max is free on PlayStation. Hey man, I've had that game since the day it came out nearly 3 years ago. It's a good fucking game. Mike Snazzy, you may be disappointed, sir. I'm just gonna let you know. He says here that I'll give you a shot. I'm subbing for now, but holding out good thoughts for you. We'll have to wait and see. I do want to get more into the live stuff, especially over on the movie channel, because I do happen to know people in the entertainment industry, and I like to interview more of them. I actually happen to be friends on Facebook with the guy who's going to be directing the upcoming King Kong versus Godzilla movie, who I've known since he was just making short films. And so that's pretty cool. I want to try to reach out to him. But yeah, more things on here, talking about more subjects, is definitely something that there's that. I look pretty burned out. Well, the thing is, Coffee, it's a big part of it is just lack of sleep. So I'm here with the kid all day. Again, I love my daughter. She's fantastic. And I don't mind being with her at all. But then I work late at night. I do the 3 a.m. shift. I go to bed about 3-4 o'clock in the morning. I wake up again about probably 8 or 9, you know, and then I'm back on. So it just kind of ends up kind of wearing me down. And then I do the content in the meantime. So I'm just, yeah, I need more of a vacation. You know, that's the whole thing. So Victor, I already had who's Cognitive Thought? Oh, I know Cognitive Thought. Yeah. Yeah. Any opinions on shampoo being racist? No. So let's see here. Baby problems. Yeah, you guys get it. Oh, fuck. There goes my clothespin. Please create better streams in the Kumite. I don't know what it is you guys would want that would be better in general. The idea behind the show is interesting. It's more of a morning radio thing. Here, honest to God, I swear to God, I'm giving them. This is meant to be a compliment, and this is kind of how the blood sports side of things works. I would argue. I think a lot of people. I think what it is, and this is the thing. They're on. You know what I mean? Like they're on the air. They're talking. They're on. So like oftentimes I'll sit here, you know, and I'll be driving somewhere, right? And I flip up my phone. I'm like, all right, I'll find something to watch on YouTube. But because I'm driving, I don't want to keep fumbling through like 5-minute fucking videos, right? So I end up, you know, like there's a live stream or something. I'll pop on a live stream. One of the reasons why I like the Ranting Monkeys Lord of the Night stuff is because it's on from 6 until 8 p.m. My time. And so I'm like, oh, cool. I can, you know, if I have to go run any errands, I know that they're on from that time, or same with the Drunken Peasants. So obviously with the Kumite stuff and the morning stuff, they're on in the morning, and that's just something to listen to. So yeah, it very much does kind of play like a morning zoo talk radio sort of thing. And look, as much as I'm just not a huge fan of a lot of stuff involving that, I have to give them credit for the format works. That's the whole thing. I have to give them the credit on that one. So that is my compliment to them and everything else. You want a movie watching stream like MST3K with Magog and with me, Magog, and Omegan? That'd be pretty cool. We could do it with my circle and then just never post it, right? I don't mind about the likes, Jeeves. That doesn't bother me at all. Let's see, better than the Kumite. So basically fapping with 40 grit sandpaper. Hey man, that's someone out there probably gets off on that shit. So, but anyway, I would say that this was a productive, if not lively, encounter in stream. So I do appreciate everyone coming on. You know, I think that should be good going forward. And I'm going to take off. I got to go and run some errands. So thank you all for hanging out with me for a while. I will talk to you guys later. Have yourself a fantastic day, and peace out.